Hello. Today we are talking about walking the delicate balance of rebuilding intimacy when it goes missing. I'm Shauna White, relationship coach for spiritually awake couples. And when you ask for your needs or you express your needs to your partner, and all you really want is to connect, but your partner just shuts down or gets defensive and it kind of backfires. Have you experienced that? There's a science to why that happens, and there's a science to how it can go better. And that's what we're going to talk about today is the nuance of how to rebuild intimacy when it goes missing. And this talk is in answer to a question that someone asked me yesterday. And I'm going to go ahead and read the question. Someone asked me earlier today, I think, or whatever it was, doesn't matter. But it's in reference to a couple of videos that I've made. One that I made yesterday, sharing about how a gentleman expressed his need for more intimacy by sharing with his wife how he was actually feeling like he wanted to flirt with women that he was attracted to because he was feeling disconnected from her. So in that way, he was expressing to her in a vulnerable way what's going on for him because he really wanted to reconnect with her, right? So there's that video. And then in other videos, I've shared how when we ask for our needs in our relationship, it can shut our partner down. And so someone asked me basically, how do these two things coexist? This advice that, or the way in which I stand against needs, in the sense of the customary way I think that people are advised to express their needs in their relationship, creates friction, creates pressure, and shuts down the partner, makes the partner feel controlled. Yes, all those things happen. People experience that. And yet, on the other hand, I am still supporting that that the need for intimate connection is worked on. So here's the question. I liked your talk, my yesterday talk, and agree with your ideas. On an earlier video, you spoke about how it's not a sound idea to share with your partner the felt need for more intimacy. I think physical intimacy mainly. But there are several parts to intimacy. If the physical is gone, other stuff will be lost as well. Anyway, how is it that sharing that I am missing the sweetness with my partner is not a good idea? Maybe you can post that talk again, or it seems like an important thing you share or to share. Just like the fellow in the example shared his attraction to another woman, which was really a call out to his partner for connection. Okay, so intimacy is really important, and physical intimacy is really important in an intimate partnership. Where people get into trouble is when, okay, so first of all, intimacy, physical intimacy, is not just physical, it is energetic. There's an energetic driver. There's the way you feel moves you into physical intimacy with your partner. And what we feel is energy. Sometimes energy is emotion, sometimes energy is not emotion, but still something that we feel. We could feel our partner's energy, even if they are feeling emotion. It's not emotion for us, but we could feel how they're feeling. That's energetic sensitivity. So what we feel is energy, whether it's emotion or it's energy. Anyway, so intimacy with our partner is driven by feeling. Now, our feeling is also, it's affected by our attention. So if we are very busy, our energy is not, most likely not in a mood for physical intimacy, not even necessarily in a mood or a receptivity for energetic intimacy with our partner. And I will tell you from my own experience, like I could be in the middle of work and then my partner will reach out to me and say, will send me a text, and he's feeling frisky or intimate or however he is feeling, then it'll come out in his words, and I get a little bit like because my energy is focused on getting things done, and then he's floating over to me with a more like, hey, I want to connect with you, and maybe I haven't spoken with him for 12 hours or something like that, and um, I can get a little bit of a train wreck, so to speak. That's a really big word, but I'll use it anyway. A train wreck between these two energies of the energy of productivity in me and the way that my energy is focused, and then his energy asking to connect in a more intimate way. And I want to connect with him in a more intimate way, but my energy is like, that don't make any sense to me. Also happens for me when I wake up first thing in the morning. My energy is like, let's land in the body. And it's a very like neutral, innocent, clean white slate of floating into feeling connected to myself. When that is how my energy is feeling, I'm not ready to be intimate with my partner because I'm not ready to take him in. I'm still getting settled inside myself to feel like, who am I and what's my movement right now? So when there's a disconnection in the relationship, that's bigger than a moment, right? That's probably because, I mean, it could be because of communication glitches, or bigger than glitches, conflicts, communication misunderstandings. So there could be something going on that's actually actively interfering with intimacy because partners can't be on the same page, or are tripping each other up or themselves up in how they communicate with each other. So that's one possibility. But another possibility is that everything is peachy, but each partner's focus is getting taken up into other things that don't have easy chemistry with taking another person's energy deeply into your own, which is, that's like what creates the mood for physical intimacy. So partners might be very busy working, they might be busy with childcare or whatever it is that they have going on in their life. The other thing that can put a damper on intimate connection energy is seeing your partner the same way as you saw them yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. And so there's a certain way that partners can check out by accident because of just not really knowing how to freshen their mind to the moment. So those are kind of like the three big possibilities, or what can interfere with intimate energy. Once the intimate energy has been like kind of collapsed on a over time, or even if it's in just a moment, but we'll talk about it in a bigger picture over time, like sorry about that, the sense of connection is like, I just don't feel connected with my partner. I don't even know what's wrong, right? I don't, and I don't know how to get back there. So there's a lot of relationship advice out there that says, well, express your needs to your partner. If they don't know that you need more connection, then how are they supposed to read your mind? And there's wisdom in that. Sure, of course, we need to communicate. But if we say, I need more connection, I need more intimacy, I need more sex, however it is that whatever the words are that you come up with, and your best guess at how to do that is to try to do that, try to go straight to intimacy from this disconnected state. What happens is your partner is not feeling the energy of intimacy, but they're getting the idea from what you're saying that they should be more intimate. And the conflict between how they feel and what they think they should do makes them defensive or shut down. So it's not that when I say yeah, the problem is that you're asking for what you need. I'm not saying that that intimacy, that you should be okay in a relation, in an intimate partnership with no intimacy. I'm definitely not saying that, because what else is an intimate partnership for? I mean, yeah, there's many dimensions to the relationship and the way you partner as you go through your life, the things that you create together and all that. But intimacy is a huge part, in including physical intimacy, but first on the foundation of energetic intimacy. That is an incredibly beautiful and powerful territory of deep opening and connecting with love, and in fact even rejuvenating the body and the self. I mean, if you've ever felt deep energetic intimacy with your partner in a way that was completely present and open to the divine at the same time, and you felt the creative passion of the divine moving you in your intimacy, in your physical and energetic intimacy with your partner, that is the most rejuvenating experience on the planet. And that's important. That's a beautiful and important and healthy part of being human. So if you're in an intimate partnership, it means that you're open to exploring, not even open, I mean, you're open and available and desirous of exploring that depth of connection with your partner. So if intimacy falls apart and isn't present anymore in your relationship, it definitely needs to be fixed. It definitely needs to be addressed, because that's an area of deep growth and opening that essentially is being occupied by your partner, but not actually used, right? If you're in an intimate partnership, you're saying, I want to do this with you, and I'm not looking for someone else to do it with necessarily. I mean, everybody's got different terms for their relationship. Yeah, I mean, we as humans, in other words, that's a beautiful part of life and growth and self experience and the experience of the divine that um, we should be able to experience. And so, if we're with somebody in an intimate partnership commitment and that's not happening, yes, absolutely, it is appropriate to address the fallout in intimacy and try to repair it. However, how we go about doing it is all the that's where all the nuances for whether it actually just creates more friction in the relationship or whether we actually open the intimacy. And so what my focus is to shift out of the kind of awkward situational way of trying to fix it by asking for what you need on the physical level or the story level, right? Let's do a date night. Let's have sex at this time. I mean, maybe you do need to do some scheduling depending on what's going on in your life. But if you take those steps without finding how to flow together energetically in a way that builds energetic intimacy, then it's going to cause more friction. So that's really where I'm coming from. And what I help couples with is kind of like this energy whispering. How do you shift out of this place where you feel disconnected and you don't know what to do about it, and it's awkward, and anything that you try to do about it is just shutting your partner down further or making things worse? How do you shift out of that and into a place where energetic intimacy builds naturally, and so that you don't have to work at it, and it actually becomes part of how you go about relationship on a daily basis, so that physical intimacy falls into place naturally because the energetic intimacy is building on a regular basis. That's what I help couples with. And I feel like there are a lot of people that are not getting the information they need to make that kind of or build that kind of connection with their partner. And so that's what my platform is all about. And if that's something you'd like to know more about, then shoot me a DM, comment, let's have a conversation. All right. I hope that answers your question, my friend. And I'll talk to you soon.